Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of A Link to the Past. In this episode, we are going to serve justice to the boss of the Dark Palace. So court is now in session. And here he is, and I am actually going to fight this boss using mostly the bombs because I've been having a lot of trouble. And just as I say that, I totally drop down dead. That's just very ironic that happened. But yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble hammering the guy's mask down. You can use the hammer on his mask in order to get his mask off, but bombs work much quicker, which is why I want to do it that way. And I think if you stand like in the middle of this, then you'll avoid those fireballs. So just try to do that. Good, I think I got his mask to come off, so I'm going to just slash him with my sword now. And see, he moves super duper fast after you get his mask off. And you also want to avoid his tail. And yay, we finally defeated him. Awesome. Woo! Fireworks! They're so pretty. And of course we get another heart container, and we have found the first maiden. Let's see what she has to say. Come on, anytime now. Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. This world used to be the Golem Land where the Triforce was hidden, but because Ganon, the boss of thieves, wished it, the world was transformed. I'm sure he's intending to conquer even our light world after building his power here. He is trying to open a larger gate between worlds near the castle using our powers, but the gate is not open completely yet. If we 7 maidens come together, we can break the barrier around Ganon's hiding place. I will tell you where the other girls are held. I believe you will destroy Ganon, and I will return to my original form at that time. Okay, whew. That is awesome. We saved the very first maiden, and we are done with this dark palace. So, now that we've done that, I think that we need to explore a little more of the Upside Down. Ooh. And, or, as it's really called, the Dark World. Because we haven't explored too much around here yet. I mean, we have, I know we've done a lot of exploring in the light world, and you know, the light world and the dark world are pretty similar, but there's also differences too, and there's heart pieces and stuff that you can find in this world that you can't find in the other. And plus, like there's also one more thing. It's a very, very big deal. Since there is a link between the two worlds, like if you go to a certain place in the dark world and warp to the light world, then you might end up in a cliff or something that you couldn't get to before in the light world. So there's a lot of stuff in the light world that we couldn't really get before because we needed access to the dark world. So that's what I'm trying to explain here. And see, like there's a lot of, like the maiden marked our map the places of the dungeons that we need to go to next. And the next dungeon is I'm trying to escape from that guy. But anyway, the next dungeon is going to be the Swamp Palace, which is nowhere near as bad as the Dark Palace, in my opinion at least. But anyway, you want to hammer those pegs down. That was just down south of where the Dark Palace was. So see, I haven't traveled too far here. But I'm trying to look for something because there's something that I need to do around here. Oh, and this is my house, which is the dark version of my house. And what is this? I did not ask for bombs. No, I did not ask for those. Okay, so now I got some bombs that I didn't intend on buying, and I couldn't even pick them up anyway since I can only carry 10 bombs. So that was a waste of rupees, but luckily I still have a bunch of rupees. Now here is a very important place in the Dark World, because there is a fairy fountain here, and we can get as many fairies as possible. And I'm trying to put them all in bottles because I lost a few when I was... Okay, I can't carry anymore, but I lost a few when I was in the Dark Palace. But yeah, there's also a few other things we can get. There's a magic flute. For one thing, there's a magic flute that we need to get, and it's over in that little section of trees over there. And of course, you know, we have to have a link to the light world. And that's pretty fun. That's actually a pun. You know, a link, because his name is Link, and you know, there's a link, a connection between the two worlds. And yes, this is a link to the past. But, you know, there's also a game called A Link Between Worlds. And it's the sequel to this. Now let's talk to this guy. Okay, so this guy turned into a pig, I reckon. Because everybody who goes to the Dark World, they'll turn into an animal. You know, unless they have the moon pearl. I think it was called was it the moonstone or the moon pearl? I don't know. I know there's a moonstone in Pokemon. But anyway, you want to go over here and then warp to the light world. You don't want to be too close to that guy who's playing his flute, because if you are, then it'll cause a bunch of problems. Like, first of all, you won't be able to move, and then when you are able to move again, you'll warp back to the Dark World, and you don't want that. But anyway, now that we have a shovel here, we can do some digging to uncover the flute, which looks exactly like an ocarina. It really does. It looks like the Ocarina of Time. I guess back then they just considered it a flute, I reckon. But you want to go to the bird statue here and play the flute. Because when you do, then something awesome will happen. Yeah. And see, look, the bird came alive! Yay! Honestly though, I think I really like the witch, you know, Irene from A Link Between Worlds better. I don't know, I never really identified with the bird very much, but here is a place where you can actually warp to the Dark World. There are several portals, and see, this is where I am on the map, in case you're wondering. But there are several portals from the light world to the dark world. I think I'm beside another dungeon right now. It's like an ice palace type of thing. But anyway, I want to go in the circle of rocks here. And there will be a heart piece when you go back to the light world. So see, there's a heart piece on top of that, you know, cliff that we couldn't get to earlier. Now, we are going to go once more into the Pond of Happiness to throw a few more rupees in. We need 100 rupees because if we do, then we'll get our bomb count to go up, which is what we need because we can only carry 10 bombs. So, I'm going to toss 50 more rupees, and the fairy appears. I will make your wish come true. So, only 15? She only lets us carry 15 bombs at a time. I guess they're trying to regulate the amount of bombs we can carry. It's kind of like gun control. I'm going to go in this whirlpool here, see where I end up at. Where am I anyway? I want to look at the map. Whoa! I'm all the way up here near where the Lost Woods are. Okay, so anyway, if you go up here, this is where those wood chopper people were earlier. Like, they were trying to chop down this tree, but now that they are gone, you can run into it and go in the trunk of the tree. There are some fairies down here, which is nice because I need more hearts. But if you go in here, there's a heart piece. So really, like, I think all of these heart pieces that I've found so far are all in the light world. But you could only really get them from, like, most of them you can only get from going into the dark world, and some of them you need items and stuff. But anyway, this is to the right of Kakariko Village, and you want to go in here and really, okay, that's not right. I'm totally confused by these doorways here because I know there's something in there that I can get. It's something really good too. Can I blow up a wall? Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't even know because there's no cracks in the wall. Wait a minute. I haven't even gone through this doorway yet. Okay, I'm so stupid, guys. I don't know. For some reason, I thought this was the way that I had come in, but I fell down that hole, so of course I didn't come in this way. But anyway, throw some magic powder in here, and he's going to talk to you. But now I will get my revenge on you. Get ready for it. Yeah, so now he's... I laugh at your misfortune. Now your magic power will drop by 1/2. Congratulations, now do your best, even though I'm sure it won't be enough. So anyway, this bat dude, like, he says that he's going to curse you, but really what he actually does is he makes it so that when you use your magic power, then you won't use as much magic power as you would if you use... Oh my gosh, I totally just attacked that cuckoo on accident. But yeah, you won't use as much of your magic power now and you'll conserve more. So that's really what happens. And anyway, you want to go into the dark world again and you want to go in the circle of flowers. Now you want to warp back to the light world and you will be able to get a heart piece over here. So let's see, I'm trying to... Okay, I have enough berries. I need to make sure that it's on my bow and arrow weapon. And I totally thought that this was going to be a big cave where I would have to fight enemies and stuff, but it wasn't. I could just get the heart piece right there. Anyway, going into the Lost Woods again, we are going to go all the way... No! No, no, no. We are going to go up here and there is a place that we need to go because of the fact that if we go up here, then we'll be able to... There's a place where we can warp back to the Dark World. So we want to go this way, and we can pound down these pegs with the hammer. And there's a rock here, and we just have to move it, and then we will be able to warp back to the Dark World. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, guys, because I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and we will begin where we left off in the next video. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody!